Ladies and gentlemen, faithful fans, and baseball aficionados from every corner of this great nation and around the world, gather round. Today is a watershed moment in the annals of Action Baseball League history. 10 seasons, folks, 10 seasons of unmatched, heart-pounding baseball, and yet, today we break new ground. I'm Big Earl, the voice of the ABL, and it's my distinct honor to introduce a man whose arrival signals a transformative era for our league. Now, don't get me wrong, the ABL has been an incredible success story. But like any legendary slugger stepping up to the plate, we're not resting on our laurels. We're swinging for the fences. And speaking of legendary, let's talk about our incoming commissioner. Imagine being brought up in a home where baseball wasn't just a sport, it was the family business, the dinner table talk, and the stuff of dreams. That's right. His upbringing is as deeply stitched into the fabric of baseball as the laces on a two-seam fastball. Folks, he's been an ABL diehard since '72, the year our Atlanta Kings showed us what championship baseball looks like. But let the record show, his love for the ABL doesn't play favorites. At 61, he's taking to this league like a bat takes to a hanging curveball, with unbridled enthusiasm and surgical precision. So, on this historic occasion, in this 10th season of unprecedented success, let's give a rousing, ground-shaking welcome to the man who'll steer this ship into a future filled with even more milestones and unforgettable moments. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the first ever commissioner of the Action Baseball League. Abraham Landis Commish.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished owners, players, coaching staff, and most importantly, fans of the Action Baseball League, thank you for being here today. I am honored to stand before you as ABL Commish, the newly appointed commissioner of the Action Baseball League, a league that since 1972 has captured the spirit, the competition, and the drama of America's pastime. In the league's early years, a governing committee made up of one owner from each division took the helm, steering the ship through the uncharted waters of the early Action Baseball League. Then, in 1979, the committee and I realized it was high time to introduce a dedicated commissioner role, a figurehead to uphold the integrity of the game, oversee its operations, and be a voice for the players and fans alike. Allow me to share with you why a commissioner is more than just a title. It's a role steeped in responsibility, vision, and, above all, a deep love for the game. It's a commitment to the sanctity and vitality of the sport. You see, this league, your league, with its own unique traditions and idiosyncrasies, needs a guiding hand, equitable rulings, and an impartial mediator. A visionary leader who sees not just the pitches and the home runs but the untapped potential for greatness that rests in the very fabric of the ABL. As one who has dedicated his life to being a steward of the game, working tirelessly to secure its future and elevate it to new heights, I willingly embrace the responsibility of steering this magnificent league toward its boundless potential. My vision for the Action Baseball League is to elevate it, not just as an alternative but as the epitome of what baseball can be, a game of skill, will, and thrill, that honors its past while shaping its future. My role will involve three key components. First, to ensure the league remains a sanctuary of fair play, unyielding competitiveness, and sheer excitement. Yes, that's right. Good old-fashioned action, baseball, action. I vow to maintain the high standards we've already set, making sure the ABL remains fiscally robust, electrifyingly competitive, and downright entertaining. As our charter states, we commit to form an Action Baseball League, find the best baseball players in the world, pay them a fair wage according to their skill, talent, and contribution to the team and the league. Play hard, fair, and honest professional baseball in every corner of our nation. Create a championship season and crown victor those who have outplayed their fellows. Let these teams compete in a grand tournament of champions for the title of Grand Champions of Baseball, the best of the best. I now share in the commitment to uphold and fulfill this grand vision. Secondly, my aim is to make the ABL more accessible to you, the fans. The heart of baseball isn't merely on the diamond, it beats in every cheer, every nail-biting moment, and every last-minute home run that sends a city into jubilant celebration. You can expect innovations that bring the game closer to you, offering an unparalleled fan experience. I'm proud of the ABL's ripple effect in the communities it serves. It's more than just stadium lights and cracking bats. This league powers the dreams of kids playing in nearby sandlots, fills the cash registers of mom-and-pop shops around our ballparks, and creates a community where the name on the front of the jersey matters more than the name on the back. It's not just about the plays and the scores, it's about how the ABL is deeply woven into the fabric of our 24 communities. Thirdly, let's not forget the legacy, the years of competition that have made the ABL what it is today. It's my duty to protect this rich history, while pushing us toward a brighter, even more competitive future. To that end, I am thrilled to announce several new initiatives today. But before we dive into the future, let's not forget the grandeur and sheer competitiveness that has marked our championship series thus far. Folks, this is where baseball becomes more than a game, it becomes a saga, an odyssey, and yes, an all-out tactical battle for supremacy. In the annals of the ABL, an incredible 7 out of the 9 Grand Championship Series have clawed their way to a decisive Game 7. If drama, tension, and athletic spectacle at its zenith is what you seek, well, you need to look no further than our crowning spectacle. Today, we have refined that saga into a journey that deserves the grandest of finales. In that vein, I am thrilled to unveil the rebranding of our Grand Championship Series, which will now be known simply and poignantly as the Grand Series, a journey of a lifetime. To say it's just about the baseball would be to miss the point, it's about the lifelong journey from the sandlots to the show. It's about us, the fanatics, taking part in a communal odyssey, participating in the lifelong pursuits of shared glory. It's about moments. Moments so captivating everyone is buzzing, from the suits in the owner's box dissecting their spreadsheets to the casual fan sharing scores over the morning paper. It's baseball excellence. And we encourage all of you to experience the Grand Series. But what's a journey without its heroes? For the first time, at this year's All-Star Game hosted by the Firebirds in Phoenix, Arizona. And let me tell you, tickets are flying off the shelf, so don't dilly-dally. At this year's All-Star festivities, before the bat starts swinging in the annual Home Run Derby, we will honor the 9 previous MVPs of the ABL. Their contributions to our great game will be immortalized in a ceremony that befits their grand achievements. This will become an annual event where we will honor past and present greats of our league. But that's not all. Before taking on this position, I was a fan of the ABL. I liked the brand of baseball they played. When the league began in 1972, I started following the Atlanta Kings because they played near my home, and I watched them rise to the occasion and bring home the first ever Grand Championship. I felt like a kid catching his first foul ball. There's something about this league that grabs you. When the opportunity to take this job came my way, it felt like a perfect match, like a well-oiled mitt snagging a line drive. Once the ink dried and I settled into my new digs, I realized in order to do my job effectively, I had to become intimately familiar with all 24 teams. So, I reached out to our nation's crème de la crème of beat writers, tasking them with a comprehensive 25-point deep dive into the squads they cover like a glove. The response was overwhelming, in the best way possible. These reports provide a panoramic look into the inner workings of each team, spanning everything from the boardroom vibes to the bleacher buzz, from on-base percentages to the age groups filling the roster. Under my leadership, the Action Baseball League will elevate your baseball experience by offering you a lens that illuminates the artistry of what you are witnessing on the field. Offering a true understanding of how the mastery on the field, the strategy from the dugout, and the philosophy of the front office unfolds with each play. We seek to find innovative ways to immerse you into the game of baseball. My baseball philosophy has always been, know your players, know your teams, know your game. These reports will be published in the lead-up to Week 4 of our ongoing 1981 championship season. Finally, I am excited to announce that starting this year, the winners of the Grand Series will lift the Grand Championship Cup. In the tradition of Lord Stanley's, engraved with the names of its victors, this cup isn't just a trophy, it's a chronicle of our shared history. This, my friends, is how legends are made. How stories get told. And how journeys get commemorated. This trophy will pass from champion to champion. Every new decade will see the addition of a fresh layer to the trophy, reserved exclusively for that decade's Grand Series champions. By 2022, the cup will bear 5 layers of past grand champions, the ultimate symbol of baseball glory in our league. In closing, remember that, although we are indeed a fictional league, we offer everyone a welcome mat as wide as the outfield. Whether you're a casual baseball fan or a die-hard devotee dissecting every play, every pitch, every moment, this is your baseball home. We extend an open invitation to everyone to witness these grand games as America's pastime is being played to the ultimate, no bias, no cheating, just an alternative of the game decided by the weights and measures of players and the random toss from the mound. We are proud to demonstrate our grand game in all its glory. Fellow fans, we're about to begin Week 4 of the 1981 championship season. The stakes are high, the players are amped, itching to etch their names into ABL lore. And you, the fans, oh, you're something else. I can practically hear the deafening roar of anticipation, that indescribable buzz that only true baseball fans can generate. In the ABL, we're not just playing games, it's about crafting an epic, a unique saga that's distinctly ours, the Action Baseball League. Together, let's make this more than just a game, let's make it a journey. A journey of a lifetime. Thank you, and as we proudly say in the ABL, this is the game.